We are the improv group, Really Big Shoes, and we are here to see Lion King in 3D, a movie that we all remember from our youth.
KFC.
Yes, we are eating KFC. You wouldn't believe the room we're sitting in.
It's red.
It is red. I think I'll start by saying my memories. I think it was a great movie, and it really does bring me back to my childhood going to see it again.
I'm eating popcorn chicken.
Yes, Peter's eating popcorn chicken, and I think I'll eat a bite, but...
I always thought the film was very, very worrying in its own right, because I always felt there were only 3 male lions.
Oh, you're not going to do that inbred thing, are you?
Well, no, that is my thought, though. They must be inbred. I mean...
Yeah, 2 actually.
Well, yeah, but even so...
Who was the third?
Simba.
Yes.
Yeah. Obviously, the inbreeding actually has something, but that's giving the ability to talk. But that's what costs. No genitals.
No, Can You Feel the Love Tonight was going to be a duet with Timon and Pumbaa.
I'm surprised that when Simba turned up, that they didn't have the bitches back playing in the background.
That would have been great.
That an Elton John song, was it?
Yes, it was, and Elton John did most of the score, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that guy.
He's not a cultured man, he's a bro. He's a bro. They hang around the youth and drinking and go, bro, what's up, bro?
Is he a broski?
Well, he doesn't take care and he doesn't spike his hair.
Yeah.
Well, I'll start off by mentioning the irrationality of the movie. For example, the musical number with Scar doing Be Prepared. It starts off with, or I can only assume is poison gas spraying in his face. If I were him, I'd get out of there as soon as
I don't think
possible.
that was poison gas. I think that was, well, you know, I don't think they have the fingers to smoke weed. I think they just found a way to make marijuana into an exploding thing and he gets high.
I'd still get out of
Let me just say one thing. Best villain song ever.
Yes, it was a very good villain song.
The only way it could be more effective if he was petting a hyena at the time, like...
Petting your hyena sounds like a euphemism for, well, you know. But, yes, but also the bit where the floor starts to crack and people fall down, well, hyenas fall down it, and everyone starts rising. I'd get out of that place as soon as possible. What the hell? They don't care about their own safety.
Look, I think they should actually, you know, start. Look, my problem here is that, you're going against a union. You need to have a union, yes, and this is an unsafe work environment, so we will not engage in your killing of Mufasa, and when instead go outside your cave and walk around in an organised circle until you make this place safe for our working conditions. There aren't any people here! Where the hell am I supposed to get day labourers if you sad bastards won't work?
You know what?
I can't believe nobody saw that. You know, Mufasa probably would have caught on if he saw that and go, wait a minute.
You could hear that from miles away. At the end, when they're all on the tall things and they're all laughing at the end of the song, how the hell did they get down? I mean, Mufasa died from a much shorter fall from that height.
Like, hello?
How did Scar get down safely and the hyenas for that matter?
How did none of them notice the other army of hyenas that were there? Were they just there waiting for them to jump into song? I mean, it's just you think it's just 3 hyenas and him, and then suddenly there's a whole army of hyenas. Like, what about Whoopi Goldberg playing one of the hyenas?
I never realised it was Whoopi Goldberg until very recently. I thought it was a man. Doesn't that hyena sound like a man?
Are you saying that all black people sound like men?
Well, Tina Turner, but
Tina Turner.
I'm simply a bear.
You're simply the best. You know, anyone listening to this is going to think that we're drunk.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Maybe we are, or we don't know it.
Yeah, but you think what? Truth be told, all joking aside, I first watched the film with my granddad before he died.
Yeah.
You know, he loved it. My dad never understood why my dad liked Disney. My granddad liked Disney movies. Me, I'm kind of indifferent to them because, you know, even though Walt Disney himself was an outspoken anti-Semite who hated Jewish people,
all creative people are, really, if you think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Spielberg, look into him.
He is Jewish.
Maybe he's self-loathing.
Maybe.
Because of the last Indiana Jones movie he made. If you can consider that an Indiana Jones movie. Do you, Ollie?
Do I consider what an Indiana Jones?
Do you consider that 4th movie that was apparently an Indiana Jones movie, an Indiana Jones movie?
The one you keep saying that I photoshopped and created even though we were in the middle of town and I kept ramming it in your face. You went, you must have had a very good computer to conceive that. No one would conceive making that.
Don't turn in on the joke now.
I could pull a better movie out of my Astatine tablet bottle.
You probably have. Call it Flushed Away.
I get better movie out of my asthma inhaler.
Out of my ascot.
Asthma is horror, if you joke.
I've got something to say. Did you know that Be Prepared was sung by two people playing Scar?
What, was he like,
He's schizophrenic.
yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Jeremy Irons.
Okay,
But only up until when he said, "You won't get a sniff without me." After that, it's someone else.
were they talking
Yeah,
about drugs?
Yeah, he's going off to snort cocaine. Oh, for God's sake, it's going to go off.
It looks like he's on drugs when he pulls that face when he goes, "You won't get a
Oh,
sniff
what
without me!"
about the genetic? Maybe Scar's the way he is because he genetically looks like an arsehole. I mean, look how he comes out. What kind of person actually comes out with a scar? Really?
Why did they call him Scar?
Really?
Did they call him that as a child?
No, I
What
don't know.
kind of loving mother calls their child Scar? And I assume he wasn't born of a scar either.
Maybe Scar's just a name he had. Maybe it's maybe it's his name. Maybe his real name is the Almighty Tucker Susan. Susan the Lion. Why is his mane all black? Although, have you ever thought what a
Because
lion...
he's evil!
Do you hear this, Pastor? You will be one of the most polite, greatest kings of the pride ever. You, Scar, however, well, since your hair is black, you will be considered an asshole and you will go, "But Mummy, I want to be nice like brother." You will be evil and you will like it.
One more Elizabeth Foster.
Look, you ever thought what happened if they, shave their mane off? You know, it looked like
Weird.
It looked like a female lion.
Finish with one funny point, then we'll all have our serious thoughts of the movie.
I already have had my serious thought of the movie.
Well, yes, you have, but the rest of us will.
Because
Well,
you haven't been serious
the only-
since 1975.
and I wasn't even born. I was a sperm. I must have been like a joke sperm.
Yeah, you were a sperm with a little, little cut mouth.
Comedian.
Yeah, swim up comedian. Hey, have you ever known spares next? Why can't none of us guys get in there? It's just one.
I forgot to get in there quick before he actually goes into the world.
How did we get onto this?
I don't know. only
Talking about Lion King.
only the really big shoes could talk about the Lion King, then end up talking about sperm.
As Tony Blair once said, we have been looking at the horrible ways in which Africa was conceived. We went to see the Lion King. We saw the poverty of that country, and the horrors of it.
I haven't seen this film in years, so it'll be interesting to see, to re-watch it since I was about 7, and, see if I get any things that I didn't back then.
Yeah, I love that about movies. For example, in The Jungle Book, when Bagheera says shitless. He really does watch the movie. Go on.
It's been a long time since I've seen this film as well. Like Ollie, I haven't seen it since before I even hit 10. So it's been many years since I've seen it. So it's going to be interesting to see how the cinema has converted a film from all that time into 3D, and see how not only how we react as who grew up seeing it, but see how it holds up against the test of time itself. And honestly, if a film can last that long, and if it can still hold up some of the appeal that it once had, then I think it can actually last up to the classic.
I'm quite optimistic, and I'm a very sentimental person, so I'm kind of looking forward to it. I hope they don't change anything. I am very optimistic about this movie.
Another serious question. How is it that when Mufasa left, suddenly poverty hit the place?
I know.
How did that happen?
Maybe it was just unrelated and Scar got blamed for it. It's like the Barack Obama and the David Cameron of the world of lion politics.
Scar on the body of someone with a suit sitting around a round table trying to explain to the Hyena Committee and the very feminist Lion Committee why there is no zebra left. Those immigrant lions... Bongo line.
Alright, finally, we're running out of time here, so I'm going to ask Peter what you think, Susan.
Oh, it's one of my favourite Disney movies.
One of mine too. Probably not my favourite.
And Scar is probably my favourite Disney villain.
He might be mine, you know. He's awesome.
He's got an awesome voice.
He does. I love his voice. It's better than mine. Okay, that will be all. We will be back once we've seen the movie. From the Really Big Shoes group.
Bye.